Hi, I am Kim Peterson, and with me today is Catherine Evans. We are the authors of Creative Writing Energy, Tools to Access Your Higher Creative Mind. Hello, Cath. How are you?
I'm good, Kim. How are you?
I'm good. Hopefully this is third time lucky with the videos.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, we've had some technical difficulties, haven't we?
Yes, rain related, we're hoping.
Yeah. So, how are you enjoying the rain?
It's lovely, except it's cold again.
I know.
I like warm.
It's cold. It's freezing.
But the garden's happy.
Yeah, the garden's singing. Okay, so what are we talking about today, Cath?
Friends.
Friends, yay! Friends and how that might impact our writing and characters and all the good stuff.
I can't live without them.
Can't. Well, you could, but you'd have a pretty dull existence, wouldn't you?
That's for sure.
I reckon. Yeah. Friends are important. So, before we get into that, I will tell everyone what the creative writing prompt card is for this week. And Cath, you chose this one. It is chat to another writer. Ask about their work. If you're stuck, ask if they've worked through a similar problem. And I don't know why I'm laughing about that, but yeah, I mean, it's good.
Sure.
Have I frozen again?
No, you seem to be all right. Why?
No, you're good. Good, yeah. So we should probably go ahead and do our weird thing.
Yeah.
Do our weird stuff. Our woo-woo.
Yep.
Alrighty.
So, our vibes cards again, trust your vibes. Shuffled, first card is get grounded.
I'll get grounded.
This one.
Go pick another one.
Oh, call on your runners.
Oh, call on your runners.
A bit like Friends, isn't it?
I love those runners.
So what's yours?
Okay. I don't have any runners. Not in this.
Oh, Soul's Journey. Let's hope your souls aren't running.
Yeah. Nothing like those runners, huh? All right, so I have shuffled. And I'm going to pull out the first card. And you're not going to believe this.
You've got a runners.
I don't have chasers. I have a friendship. Okay.
Right.
That is pretty uncanny. And I did not rig that. I promise. I didn't rig that.
Sure.
I didn't. I don't rig the cards. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason.
Yes.
Okay, friendship, Cath. Tell me. Tell me something.
About friendship?
About friendship.
I wouldn't be writing without friends.
Why?
No, friends were the people who first believed in my writing, I think. I just wrote for the hell of it, didn't really share with a lot of people. I've always written. It was just something I did. And it wasn't until like a really good friend read it and went, oh my God, you should try to get this published, that it even popped into my head. And then when I got sick, a friend of, and I was like, oh my God, I've lost my career. What am I going to do? She said, you should write. And I was like, oh yeah, now that's twice now. People have told me that. And then another friend organised a writing festival in our town, and she roped me into helping. And that was like three big pokes all in a row about writing. So I started writing.
So your friendships have played an important role in your writing career and getting you going.
Huge.
Their encouragement.
And even getting published was to do with writing friends. And, you know, I've written quite a few things with friends too. So, it's kind of, friends and writing to me go hand in hand. I can't separate them. How about you?
Well, as far as writing and encouragement and things, you just remember now, I used to have this one friend, and she, you know, I've been fortunate to have really sort of deep connections. I've formed some deep connections throughout my life. I've always attracted some really authentic and real friendships with people, and even, you know, from when I was younger, you know, I've just had some beautiful people go through my life and play an important role. But I had this one girlfriend, and she was there for me during my divorce and the years after my divorce, her and her husband. And this was the time when I was doing creative writing course from home, because I had my daughter at home with me. And this is before she started school, and I was doing this course at home, and my girlfriend Celia, you know, she really believed in me. She believed in me more than I believed in me with my writing. And she was actually also a woman of Wicca, like a pagan, a witch, white witch. And she was very intuitive, and she read tarot, and she used to read my tarot, but she was very she was psychic as well, and she took a very, very deep interest in me and my writing, and she would just be so encouraging, you know, for that path, for me to sort of to pursue that path more than I was. So yeah, she played a really important role. And I didn't start or begin writing right away. It wasn't until a few years later. Yeah.
But her encouragement stayed with you
all
the time.
It did. And you know, there were years where I didn't speak to her, and then we sort of picked up our friendship a little bit just before I started writing Millie. And then one of the first things she said to me was, "Have you written a book yet?" And I'm like, "No."
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You know, so yeah, she was lovely with that, and her belief in me. She cared about me a lot, and I cared about her a lot too. The friendships are very important, you know, not just to do with writing, but relationships and, you know, our experiences with other people is sort of what we draw on. It's like the, you know, the little nuggets that really structure and make our writing rich with characters. I mean, we don't want flat characters, do we? People aren't flat. We're not one-dimensional. No. We're so diverse and distinctive from each other. You know, and our interactions, we can draw so much and from those interactions and into our writing, right? Yeah, just want to apologize quickly if this kind of seems a bit stagnated or chompy, because we keep getting having connection issues. So we'll try and get through this without any more connection issues. So Cath, I was actually saying how we can draw from our experiences with people and observing people and incorporating that into our work. So how do you go about doing that?
Yeah, I think you've got to pull little individual and unique characteristics that you see in others and pop them into your characters to give those characters that 3D kind of feel, don't you? Otherwise, they're just people on a page, not, they don't flesh out as real.
Yeah, you got to flesh them out and give them those qualities. And I think, some of the things that we can think about if we're a bit sort of unsure, moving into our character development is, make a list of the qualities that we see in people and that we find interesting, like stuff like body language, posture, little nuances like twitches or
funny words they say.
So what?
Funny words they say.
Yeah.
Little ticks in their habit.
Yeah, because, we've all known some really unusual people and we might even be among them at times.
Never.
But yeah, and it's a good way to sort of, to really sort of get in and flesh out, your character's motivations and strengths and weaknesses. And, you can think about things like, people's personal beliefs and the way. I mean, do you kind of draw back to your past experiences with people and incorporate that into your writing, into your books?
Yeah, and like Kate Elling has some with footballers, and I draw on like real life footballers. I don't know them, but you watch them, you watch their mannerisms, you watch them in interviews and stuff, and then I try to incorporate stuff that I see from them into the character. Yeah, and sometimes I nail it, like later on when something happens in reality and I'm like, yes, I put that in my book.
Yeah.
Kind of weird, but yeah, kind of fun.
Yeah. And how about people watching? Do you
I love people watch. Oh yeah. I'm a terrible voyeur.
It's funny, people watching, isn't it? I mean, we love people watching so much. They make all these reality shows. Have you seen?
Yeah.
No, and I don't actually really watch a lot of TV, and I don't watch reality shows. Really, I'm not into them. But there's this one show, Google Box. Have you ever watched that?
Oh, my dad watches it. He loves it. I watched it with him once.
I swear, like it just flicked on once, and I was like, why do people want to watch people watching TV? I mean, you're literally watching people watching TV. I mean, and I was thinking that is just fucked up, Anyway, I don't know who was watching it, and so I kind of was watching, and it was kind of funny, like. It was funny. It was really weirdly, oddly funny.
Well, I watched it with Dad, and apparently it was the second or third series or something. But he was telling me all this stuff about the people. Like he knew all this stuff about their lives, and I'm going, how do you know all this? And he's like, oh, it's from last series,
Some of the things they come out with, it's just, I don't know, it's funny. And there was another show, I don't know what it's called, but every now and then I might see it, and it's like groups of Aussies they've sent overseas traveling, like, I don't know what it's called, but there's like a family, and then there's like a group of young men, like dorky young university.
Yeah, my hubby watches that, but I can't tell you what it's called either.
And they send them to these places and then just film their experiences and things. And I just laugh so hard if I ever catch that. It just cracks me up. Especially the uni men, the uni guys, like they're just idiots. But geez, it's funny.
Well, in the very first episode of Married at First Sight, I decided I was going to watch that and take notes because I thought it was kind of a serious show. I didn't realise it was going to end up like it has. But, you know, I wanted to know what makes people think people would go together and then what keeps them together. And yeah, I was...
That's like... what is that? That you can get the answer to that. You've got gold.
I know. Well, you know, here was I with my notebook and pencil, and I was taking notes and working out what the experts were saying. I know, nerd city, isn't it? But I was working out what the experts were saying of why they were choosing these two people to go together, and I was like, no, that's not going to work, or no way, this one's not going to work, and oh, this will work. I was so wrong.
Is that the show where they put them together and then, the experts analyse their freaking relationship when they've known each other for 5 minutes?
Yeah,
Crazy.
The experts interview them and then pair them up, but they go through the full-on marriage and live together and a honeymoon and all that stuff. It's just, but I think they must be up to 5 or 6 seasons now, and it's just insane. It's like, I don't know.
My mum loves.
I don't watch it anymore. It's terrible.
No.
Oh.
No.
But yeah, it's intriguing. Like what they thought and what I thought made a relationship was very different. But I did that
first make a relationship. You know, like.
Yeah.
You know,
it's interesting because you're doing it from your own perspective all the time, aren't you? And like writing romance, we're all about the relationship. So and I'm not all that good at that. So I thought I might learn something. And the thing I did learn was the two most unusual pairing, and I thought it would never work, was the one that lasted the longest. And it was because they both had respect for each other from where they came from. You know, he was from the suburbs, she was from the city. He was like the Aussie trades bloke. She was this she'd been adopted, she came from Africa. You know, she just she had a totally different cultural experience to what he did, and at the start they were both like, no way, this isn't going to work. And one of her friends said to her, you just don't like him because you're a snob. And totally changed her way of looking at him, and they came together really nicely then because they respected where each other had come from. It was really interesting.
It's all about respect, isn't it? And it just goes to show people from different worlds can actually make it work, you know, if they're in love.
And learn from each other. Yeah.
I mean, love is such a strong phenomenon.
Emotion, bond,
whatever it is, it's just it's
strong.
It's what we're here to do, to love and friendships and relationships. You know,
they're part of that.
They're a part of it. I mean, through friendship we learn about respect, like you said. We learn how to be tolerant. We learn patience. We learn compassion, empathy, all the good stuff. We learn more about ourselves, don't we?
Oh, yeah, heaps.
You know, how we relate to people, how we react to people. And it's just all of this layering and fabric that we're going through, and then in turn, like, bringing that into our work as writers. And but people, you know, people are just extremely strange. People are strange.
Just a tad.
Right. Don't you think?
But that makes the world go round, doesn't it? You know, it'd be too easy if you just met the perfect person and everything was roses.
Would be
boring. Gonna make it difficult.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, the most challenging relationships, you know, where people are kind of have that that little bit of clash, or they're at odds with things. You know, they're the ones that you learn from the most, because they're the ones that push you out of your comfort zone. They push you to grow. They push you to explore other avenues of thinking and ways of being. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're the ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, people that when you're on exactly the same way of thinking, and you can kind of go into auto mode, like nothing is around to give you those challenges and diversity kind of thing. So yeah, definitely good for soul growth, good for writing.
These friendships are the best one. Yeah.
And
those friendships are the best because they're the ones that like get to the truth of you and really they push your boundaries and they make you grow, don't they? Like the first friend who got me, who was really positive about my writing, he's the person who's really pushes me, especially as Kate Elling, because, I write too safe. And he's always saying, write, this is too easy, write harder, do better, do this, change a person, make her a bit more feisty, do this, push boundaries. And, I wouldn't be doing that without, someone I trusted telling me that I could do it and that I should do it.
I think you always got to push the boundaries because if you don't, you do stagnate, don't you? Even like with your work, with your writing, if you're not always trying to push yourself, when you don't know if you can pull something off, but you just do it anyway.
Yeah.
If you're always playing it safe, you kind of not gonna stretch yourself and reach for more and it feels good when if you try and you fail, but at least you're trying. Yeah.
And it's kind of fun pushing boundaries. Like once you get over the fear, once you start getting, going, you're kind of going somewhere really exciting and new. It's like, it's a whole new world out there. And if you start pushing, it's like the biggest thrill, I reckon.
Pushing but boundaries. I hate boundaries. I hate them.
With friends as well, like I've been in a couple of, well, not just you, but like Kate Elling's been in, I think, 2 or 3, where multi-authors write together in a series. And Catherine Evans did it twice. Oh, God, I don't know. And I've learnt something, not just about me, but about the writing process, about how other people work. Even trying to work in with other people, meshing stories and stuff. Not all of them have been easy. Most of them have been really challenging, not just for me personally, but for the group. Yeah. And it's been it's really pushed me and made me a better, like one of them I had to write with these 2 huge best-selling authors of 50 and 60 or 60 and 80 books, and there was me on my, oh my God, I haven't even got a dozen out, and I was bloody scared stiff about that just because, they were people that I looked up to when I first started writing, and here I was supposedly, writing with them, but God, I learnt so much. I learnt to trust myself, to push myself, to listen to them, and just the professionalism that they write with was just eye-opening.
Yeah.
So you can learn a lot, I think.
Yeah, collaborations. You can get a lot out of collaborations. Definitely. I've done some collaborations like with you and last year with the trilogy, the Stone the Crows trilogy with Jay Thorne and Zach Bohannon, and I learned a ton from working with those guys, a ton that definitely helped shape my views on writing and the way I'm sort of navigating my career now. Definitely. And you can't replace that kind of experience.
No. And writing with Beth as well, you know, like we were 3 people who wrote in almost different areas, and yet we could come together and put something out together quite easily, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And I would never have written creative writing your energy myself. You know, like I had blog posts about stuff, but I never even crossed my mind to put it as a book until we were talking.
Well, you know, I think sort of everything sort of comes together as it should. You know, everything sort of in the right timing. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah,
when things are right, they just fall into place, and you learn your lessons, or you know, you go
forward.
Way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have written this book either on my own, you know, without you. So
no, it's weird, isn't it? That
yeah.
But that's kind of life takes you on. Yeah, life takes you on these strange wibbly journeys if you just follow them sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it's also it's a lot about kind of letting go, like sort of letting go of that control, because you can't really control anything. And I work a lot internally, you know, sort of releasing control of, you know, realizing that I can't control everything. I can't control people. I can't control situations. And it's just sort of giving it over and giving gratitude for what is happening in your life, and the people that are coming through your life, and opportunities, and you know, it's
trusting the universe,
trusting the universe, and going with the flow, you know. And then you take good photos. Did you see my orbs?
Yeah.
You know, you take photos and little orbs show up. I mean, that is just magical, you know. I mean,
no, it's annoying. They ruin your photo. It annoys me all the
little
time.
Beings, and they're just letting you know they're watching over you. It's a really good sign. I love them.
Do you? I get annoyed because I try to get them off the screen, so because they ruin your
like little angels, right?
No, it's splattered in the sunshine on your lens.
No, not always. No.
Oh, I have to think of them better when I'm down there on those rare mornings doing sunrises.
I got poked the other day. You're going to say I was going to say.
You got poked by what?
I don't know. I got poked. I was like stretching, and something
in
poked
the morning.
Me. Hey?
Like in the sunrise on the morning.
No, this was like that night. I was talking with Ashlyn, and my daughter Ashlyn, and I'm like stretching. And then all of a sudden something poked, and I'm like, ah! And I like jumped. And there's no one there.
There was nothing there.
No, nothing there. But I literally jumped. And Ashlyn's like, you know, missed on her bed.
Oh, Mum, you're gone bad.
And then I'm like, something poked me. And then I left, and she's like, and you're leaving me here? I'm like, they're after me, not you.
What were you talking about when you got poked? Was it like a poke?
I don't know. It was just...
Maybe whatever you're going to say was wrong. It was poking you, so stop saying it.
I think it was more like what was on my mind. Like, you know, sort of on my mind, it was like, poke. Snap out of it. Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Sounds really loopy too, but this stuff happens. Orbs and pokes and cards. And,
yeah. I know, friendship cards. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. Anything else to add? If we covered, we kind of went a little bit off track as usual, but yeah, I think, you know, our friendships and our experiences with people can really make a impact on the way we flesh out our characters, and it's good to really think about that, because we don't want one-dimensional characters, do we, Cath?
No.
We
And I
don't.
think too, when you get stuck too, you need to call on your friends. I think that's important, cultivating writing friends, because everybody gets stuck. Everyone needs friends. So yeah, stick your hand up and ask for help.
It helps to nut it out with people, with like-minded people, and people that that know it's, you know, nut it out, and it helps, definitely. I mean, friends, you can't, like you said, did you start this off saying you can't go through life without friends?
Yeah.
Like, how do
you know,
sorry, sorry, I interrupted you. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, you know, you need friends too, so you know you're not alone. You know, like, you know, life's tough and writing's tough, especially when you're stuck in your own head. So, you know, if somebody says, oh, yeah, I've been like that, you know, it makes you go, oh, thank God, you know, it's not just me. I'm not crazy.
I know. I mean, exactly. I mean, there's so many things in this world that are so, you can't just sort of put it in a box and explain it away. You know, I mean, there's so much more to the world and our universe. And so the more you kind of reach for more, the more the universe will show you things, you know, and like-minded people, and talking about it with people, and you might go, oh, this happened to me, and, you know, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're like, whoa, there are other people out there like that. Like, it's not just me. I don't know why I just added that, but
it makes such a difference though. When
it does.
You don't loopy on your own.
You're not mentally retarded. Oh, no, I can't say that word, sorry. All right, cards, Cath. How'd your cards go? Call on your runners.
Call on your runners. And well, with this Sonia Choquette, I don't know how you say her surname. Her runners are like your orbs, you know, mystical beings who'll do something for you. So in the guidebook, she's saying, you know, don't ever worry about car parking spots and things like that. Always ask your runners to go and get one for you.
Cool. You know, I do that.
So,
yeah, I don't call them runners.
No. But runners are kind of like friends, aren't they? You know, you runners call on your friends not to help you with a car parking spot, but maybe. But yeah, so I think maybe call on your runners is like your friends. I don't know.
Sometimes those runners need to stop running. Slow down. And mine.
Yes, well, yours ties in perfectly.
I can't believe that I pulled this card. Well, I can.
But how many times does that happen? It's just uncanny, isn't it?
I've been playing with these cards like every day, and you just like, you will not believe how many times I pull the same cards over and over. You know, it's like, this is your message, Kim. You can't deviate, Kim. Get it in your head.
I pull tarot cards every week, and this week has been the Hanged Man all week. And every time I pull him out, I just have a laugh. It's a time of rest and self-contemplation and suspending any judgments and maybe looking at things from reverse, you know, because he's hanging upside down. It's when
Interesting.
Yeah, it's also gathering knowledge. You know, it's a time to not act, a time to just suspend.
Slow down. Well, that sort of reels back to the Lee Harris video, what he was saying last week that we spoke about.
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
Yeah. And actually, this week I used to use these cards all the time. They're angel cards, the Doreen Virtue. And I haven't used them for years, but for some reason I pulled them out this week, and I've been pulling their daily oracle cards, you know, guidance from your angels, and they're a lovely deck. And it's funny now that I'm using them now, as opposed to like 10 years ago. I'm much more intuitive, and I've learnt to trust myself you know, and my guides, my higher self a lot more, and it's so amazing, these cards now, what comes out, you know, how they resonate. Yeah, it's lovely.
Nice. Good.
Alrighty. So I think we're done. So yeah, if you guys want to know any more about us, or come say hello at whisperinginkpress.com. You can also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of these really cool videos. God.
You're going to wait every week to listen to
bated
us.
breath. Yeah. And if you don't have the bated breath, we'll just make you watch them.
That's it. And don't forget our Patreon as well.
Yeah. So
Where
what do you talk about that?
Yeah, you could sponsor us for $1, as little as $1 a month, isn't it?
$1 a month. You get a cool magnet that Cath has gone ahead and created.
Got thousands.
Yeah, we'll send that out in the physical mail. You'll get that. It's cool. Do I have one of those? I don't even think I've got one yet.
Oops. I guess I might drop that into you.
Oh, yeah, Friday. I've got this one. These ones again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and we're also doing other cool stuff over at Patreon and getting that all going. So, yeah, go check it out. We'd appreciate your support. And, yeah, till next time, happy writing and enjoy the weather.
Happy friendship.
Rain, so we're going to enjoy that cozy weather. And your friendships. Treasure your friendships. Yeah. They're precious.
Thanks for your friendship, Kim.
Thanks for your friendship, Cath. Love you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.